Well, welcome everyone to another cast of our first week in season 4 of Reddit League. We are in Japan. My name is Atomo, and I am joined by Calamity. How are you today?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm loving all these Japanese videos. What a wonderful way to start the season. Even if my game was absolute trash, it's nice to see some of the other competitors uh, doing Japan proud and finding all the locations for this one. We got a really exciting matchup in Division 3 for Division 2 for you here. It is Max FI and Patriots, two people promoted from Division 3 last season and have just been climbing through the ranks since they started in Division 4 2 seasons ago. Yeah, Division 2, tough competition, and see if they can maybe continue their track upward. Calamity.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think both of them are very good players. It'll depend a bit on how they do on any given day and how confident they are about certain maps. I think their back-to-back-to-back promotions will end here. I don't think that they'll get promoted to Division 1 again, but we'll have to see over the course of the season. I mean, so far they've always done it. So maybe they'll prove me wrong and do it yet again. I'm just looking at currently at their past matchups because I thought that'd be quite an interesting thing to see as well. And so far, Patriots has won both of them in season 4 as well as in season 3. In Division 4 as well as in Division 3 last season. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think Max is having a pretty good season in Formula G as well, with Boxa as his teammate. So he's got a couple podium finishes there, so he's definitely in good form. Patriots, though, I think finished above him in the season last time. Max having to settle for a playoff promotion spot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, so Patriots probably, maybe at least in terms of the head-to-heads, as you mentioned, it's a stronger opponent, but Max definitely in good form to try to change that here in Japan. Yeah, our map is by Utasht. It's a, I'll say it correctly one of these days. Ushtach. No, that's not right
Moustache.
either. Ushtach. I'll just let you say it from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, average score is just under 18,000 and over 50,000 locations. It's one of the most popular Japan maps in terms of a countrywide map to play, mainly because it's all hand-picked and gets rid of a lot of the bad locations as well as the photospheres and whatnot. So it's always enjoyable for this one. Yeah, well, let's just hop right in here and see how they do in the first round. And we start off in a little small town Japan, Calamity.
Yeah, this was my seed as well, my actual seed for my division. So when I saw this, I was like, "Oh God, what is this?" It kind of reminded me a bit of those like backwater roads in South Korea as well, where you're just like, "This looks like there's no information anywhere." But as it
Yeah.
turns out, if you just head south, there's a major road right next to you.
Yep. And Max has certainly found that. Patriots not too far behind has also got it.
Yeah, the
But
interesting thing is actually, you definitely get to a major road much quicker if you go south. But I think actually, well, to be honest, I haven't seen this road yet, so I can't say for sure. But I think going north will get you to the better information. Um, but we'll see what they'll find here.
Oop, that was a weird click from Max there. Jumped off the road, head on back. And the same thing happening with Patriots here. He got stuck back in the small roads. There we go. Find your way back. Can be a bit of a hassle in Japan sometimes. It's not African
Yeah,
safari. Interesting.
very
Now,
interesting.
where I've had people in Japan tell me there's two famous safari parks in Japan, and
Hmm.
I'm not really sure where they are. But that Beppu, that'll do it. That's in Kyushu, 500, and the 10, as well as the Prefecture Road 218. So very good signs there for Max.
Yeah, you can see Uza as well on the map for him. Um, Now it's just a matter of can he find those small prefectural roads and can he then figure out where he started from exactly?
Patriots now seeing some of the signs that Max has seen as he heads east. And again, goes up on the side road, the same thing. There's the 9-7 area code. That doesn't tell him he's in Kyushu. Don't know what will.
I mean, there's a few other things that could tell him he's in Kyushu. For example, it wouldn't tell me we're in Kyushu.
Well, the nines are all Kyushu and plus Okinawa when this isn't
Yeah.
Okinawa, so.
I mean, I'm not
Okay.
saying I wouldn't suspect that that's the general area we're in, but I wouldn't necessarily know.
In the meantime, with just under a minute to go, Max is working on his pinpointing while Patriots still trying to figure out where the heck are we.
Is that the sea to the east there?
I
Kind of
believe
looks
it
a bit
was.
like
He
it.
didn't have a view of something.
He's
Oita,
found the
that'll be a
African
big help.
safari too.
Yeah, and Oita is a prefecture name in English, so he'll be able to use that.
I like how it actually says like the rest of it in Japanese, but not
Mhm.
in kanji, but just in romaji. Don't know why. Decided that would be what they needed. I guess.
What did they say? What's
Hmm?
in Latin but not in
The basically the whole sentence after oita says oita nogyo bunko something koen, I
koen?
think.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what's written in kanji, but
Yeah, well, I guess you still need to speak Japanese if you want to read that one.
yeah, and unfortunately for Patriots, he knew we were in Kyushu, but thought we were on an island for some reason. Missed that Oita clue on the map. Max, meanwhile, was able to find the location. No problem. 11 meters off, an ace for him. A big 2,500 and 603 point lead. Yeah, that's it. That's how you do math. Welcome to Zotomo tries to do math on video again. Long time no see.
Never a good idea.
Never a good idea. Just leave it to Calamity for that one. But yeah, a very good ace for them. But I think Max did see better signs, even if Patriots saw plenty of information, Calamity.
Yeah, I think the Oita sign at the end there should have generally been enough to get him in the right prefecture. I don't know. It's probably the sign that Max found was better than the ones that Patriots found, but I guess that's just the advantage of going a bit faster.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if Patriots can start his comeback in round number 2 here. As we jump into this one, and doesn't look a whole lot different from the last one. Slightly more buildings around, but that's about it. At least we start off on a major road, or at least near one, and already Max has got a very good sign.
And those are Hokkaido road numbers.
Yep. Hokkaido numbers, as well as Shibetsu, very famous town in Hokkaido.
Yeah, I don't know what it is in particular, but for some reason I can just remember the road numbers of Hokkaido. For some reason they just stand out to me.
Yeah, the 239 here.
I think that also, even though that was entirely in kanji, I think that was just telling you it's the National Road 40. Yep. I mean, this sign also tells you. That's probably a bit easier to understand, but you had it there on the other one as well.
Yep. Said Kokudo 40. National Road 40. So a good intersection between all of these. Some cities going either which way. And there we go. A very good intersection for Patriots as well. See if he can remember where this is. Okay, that's to the south. Now you need to work your way up. 2 minutes left to process all that information on that sign. Focus on a different town. Probably not the right one, as Max trying to start his pinpointing already.
There we go. Now Patriots in the right place as well.
There we go. So this one will be a lot closer than the last. But unfortunately for Patriots, he won't be able to make up a whole lot of points on this one. Maybe only a few if he's lucky, but it doesn't really look like it.
Yeah, I think Max is already down to just confirming if he's at the right house. So it doesn't look like Patriots will gain any points, but at least he won't lose many more.
Yeah. Keep that deficit at least somewhat manageable with 3 rounds to go.
Found that Celico Mart, which I've never seen before. It looked suspiciously like Family Mart.
Just another supermarket. Checking out these houses, making sure he's got the right one. Still got a whole another minute left to go. He probably won't need it. Sure enough, 3 meters. And an ace for him there. Not too bad. Patriots, though, not too far behind. He's looking at that same little substreet. Seeing if he can't pick it out. There we go. Now he's going to start counting houses with 40 seconds left. So took him a bit longer, but he'll get there, hopefully. And he'll get that ace as well, unless something goes terribly wrong here in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see. He doesn't seem 100% sure yet on which side road he's in.
Yeah, he is on the right one as he is. Hopefully won't move his pin.
Yeah, still confirming. You think he'll just might run out of time to be 100% sure on the right place.
Yeah, 3 seconds left. Does he realize he needs to move further back? No, he won't actually click it. But I think he did realize at the last second, I'm not quite there, but it's on the right road. So 4,999 for him. Drops a single point, Calamity, but took him a little bit longer. But yeah, well done by both competitors getting the exact road down.
Apparently something had gone terribly wrong. He didn't get a perfect score there. But yeah, this round in particular won't matter in the grand scheme of things. Just for Max, he's still on for a perfect score. I mean, that's possible to get in Japan. Bit reliant maybe on some of the rounds as well. Some of them can be very tricky to get in 3.5 minutes. But, 2 down, 3 to go. Maybe we'll see our first perfect score here.
We'll see as we will get into this next round here, round number 3. And again, lovely fall colors in the mountains. So this Division 2 seed proving to be quite interesting.
Yeah, this one looks a bit tougher to pinpoint, though. I mean, there is a house there, so if you get into the right area and can figure out which small street you're on, it might be doable. But it doesn't exactly look like the kind of place where you're getting flooded with information about where you are.
Yeah, local information might be a little hard to come by. Competitors will race off looking for signs. There's one, but only in Japanese. So Patriots will just keep going. Max has switched to a very sunny, beautiful spring/summer day, and there's the prefectural road sign. As he will head back to check that out, and he didn't get close enough for me to read it. I saw 477. That's it.
Yep. So we know at least that Max definitely hasn't practiced prefecture kanji.
No, he's not worried. He just knows he has a road number. He can always keep that in mind. Let's turn around and go back down the hill a little bit. Okay, slow down. Let me read something. 56. So that'll put us actually, yeah, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, more important than the 56, though, is the 473, the national highway there.
Yeah, very nice sign on the construction sign there for Max. And I don't think it's Nagano. 50. The 5s are before Nagoya. I don't remember.
There's the 473.
Oh, it is Aichi
Shizuoka.
itself. Okay, yeah.
I think it's a bit over there, yeah, in Aichi.
There we go.
Patriots, I think, has found a phone code as well. Couldn't quite spot where he put himself in.
Well, there's a 4 something something, so either he got really lucky or he's seen a sign with that road number on it. There is a road sign right there.
I think it looks like the 422, though, on his map.
Yeah, that might be it. There's a prefecture road sign right there. These guys go so fast, I can't even read the English on the sign, let alone the Japanese. Just blurs by. I get numbers, but that's about all my brain can process. There we go. It is Aichi. And we are in Omiokuzaki. I have no idea if I read that right. It didn't sound right at all. Oh, but there it is. Oh, it's Toei. There we go. I don't know if that second kanji was right. Of course, we're watching it on a much smaller version compared to what they can see.
Yeah.
It's a little bit blurred. But they do both appear to be looking around the outskirts of Nagoya.
Oh, there's the 477 for Max. So he knows he's in the right general area, but he's only got 8 seconds
Yeah, they've only got a few seconds left.
last pinpointing.
And I don't think it will come up too much. He is a little bit closer than Patriots. 4,982 for him. Managed to find those roads the last second. I don't think Patriots saw anything, but still getting a few area codes and whatnot puts him in the right general area. 3,698 for him. So there goes Max's perfect game, Calamity, but his lead ever increases.
Yeah, and since that's out of the window now, I guess he can go relatively calm into the last 2 rounds. It always adds on a bit of more pressure if there's still something riding on, like getting perfect scores every single round. And for Patriots, yeah, he's now about a lot of points behind, probably about 4,000. Actually can't quite be 4,000, but very close to 4,000. And yeah, it'll be very difficult to make that up, even if he gets 2 perfect rounds, as he'd need Max to either completely mess up one of the rounds and be like in Okinawa when it was Hokkaido, or just be pretty mediocre in both of them. And just from what we've seen of Max so far, I think neither is likely to happen.
Yeah, let's see. We'll get into round number 4 here and see what they can do. And very clearly, Hokkaido right from the start, those snow arrows give it away. Both of them, hopefully, as Division 2 players could know that. And
what is that actually supposed to mean? This way to slower traffic. Is that what you want? Slower traffic?
Yeah, there's the 121. I don't know why he's reading welcome on a house sign, but Patriots taking in some of the scenery as he plays. Yeah, welcome to the really weird English you see all over Japan. There we go. 121 and a 40.
Yep. He's had that 40. Before. Yeah, he's had that just, I think, 2 rounds prior.
And Toyotomi, also another recognizable city. They both remember what happened a couple rounds ago.
Yeah. There's Honolulu.
South to the 40. Yep.
Honolulu, actually.
And it doesn't look like this round is going to be one that he'll pick up much points against Max, as he's already pinpointing his exact location.
Yeah. Patriots does not seem to remember where the 40 was.
Nope. Remembers it somewhere in Hokkaido. Oh,
he's not looking in Hokkaido.
He's not even in Hokkaido. I just saw Yamagata. Definitely not the right place. There we go. Ronobe. Yeah, the snow arrows should give him a pretty good clue. If he doesn't quite picked up on that, he'll have a hard time in Japan against somebody like Max, who recognized it right away. Now, pinpoint here could be a bit rough. We're on a bit of a curve outside of town.
Yep. It's not almost the nicest thing to do.
Yeah.
At least he's not on a perfect game anymore, because at that point it would be annoying.
Yes, it would, but good enough for government work. Should be good enough to get him his win here with a round like this in the bag, pretty much. Patriots still quite perplexed. And he will drop a single point. Away. Yeah, Unfortunately, 10 meters too far for Max. Just under a minute left for Patriots, who's kind of lost. There we go. There's the post office. Very good clue. Cities, Hokkaido, road numbers, but seems to have forgotten round number 2.
Yeah, he did tell me that he didn't really have time to practice at all, but this in particular, you can't put down to practice, since he did see the road number quite literally 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, and we spawn next to the Hokkaido arrows, so like you should know you're in Hokkaido, and you can find those numbers on the island, right? So no, he's got 10 seconds left. If he at least puts his pin down at the last second, he'll save himself a few points here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, just about.
Oh, almost. He found it with like a second left. Did not take his drop, unfortunately. 4,548 turns a disaster into a somewhat meaningful score. Even if he can't win the round, Calamity, with one more round to go, he can try to get a bonus point in this game still, hopefully.
Well, you can try to. Whether that'll actually be possible or not is something that will depend on the other results. I think the seed so far wasn't all that difficult, so he might struggle in a division as tough as Division 2, especially. Kind of like Division 1, Division 2 is usually where you need to get like 24k, and if you don't, then, well, goodbye bonus points.
Yeah.
Kind of dependent on the country as well, of course. Maybe in a country like Guatemala next week, it'll be enough to get a bit less of a score. But for Japan, and for a not too difficult seed without any random islands anywhere, I think above 24k would be required.
Okay. Well, let's get into our final round here and see what we can see.
We see the sea.
This has island written all over it. This is what Japanese islands look like.
It could be.
The fact that the signs, yeah, this is an island. Just the signs are usually worse because they don't have a lot of international travel. There we go. Shibetsu.
I mean, technically Hokkaido is an island, but I don't think that's what you meant.
I guess, yeah, it had a... Yeah, I guess we are on the very coast of Hokkaido, way up north. But can even fool me sometimes. I guess being right on the coast, and some of the signs I saw at the beginning were like, I've seen these on little islands around the place. But yeah, the 244 coastal road in Hokkaido. I guess this time you don't have the snow arrows, but you do have the cabbage.
Yeah, the bollards that you can see there on Patriot's screen to his left, I think, are very indicative as well of Hokkaido.
It might be a variety of those snow markers. Yeah, so 3 Hokkaido rounds for us here.
Patriots has put himself back to where he's always put himself, right near Shibetsu.
Let me see Shibetsu on the sign there. We know we're on the 244.
You also should remember that we're right next to the sea, so it might not be the, maybe look towards the sea for 244.
Okay, well, quite found it. Now they're both at the same sign now. Max has done a little bit more sightseeing on this round, so he is a little bit better off. Yeah. 19,981 points for him, 15,642, so an over 4,000 point lead.
I also just noticed that there's 2 Shibetsu in Hokkaido.
Ooh. Is that why I always remember it? I see it so many times because there's 2 of them.
Yep, probably.
Actually, I mean, like, I probably knew that, but maybe not consciously, right? Go.
Part of the reason why Patriots is probably a bit confused.
That might have something to do with it. There's the other one.
Yep.
There we go. And with about 30 seconds left, he'll zoom in. He'll get a decent amount of points here, but unfortunately, so will Max.
Yep. A few points up and down here won't change much anymore. But we can see if either of them manage to pinpoint.
That, right? Max doesn't know what Patriots is on when he's playing this game. He can't afford to drop any points. He has to assume his opponent is doing quite well. He will drop 6, though, as he just can't quite pinpoint that long, straight stretch of road. A little rough, 4,994, but that seals his win, 4,987 for Patriots. So a very nice win for Max. They're unfortunately just missing out on that perfect score, Calamity.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but it's always less annoying if it's 2 rounds where you drop points. Just imagine you're still on a perfect game, and then you get that last round and have to pinpoint that. Because that's the exact scenario Guelo had, and he wasn't too happy about that one either.
I see. Yeah, 20,629 to finish up for Patriots. and 24,975 for Max. So quite a significant win there for him. Helps his score differential as well as 3 points. Yeah, 20,000, probably not looking at some bonus points there for Patriots, but who knows? He might get lucky to slip in there with that, but have to wait and see what happens. Yeah. Well, yeah, congratulations to Max continuing his winning ways, and hopefully Patriots can turn around next time in Guatemala. And that's where we'll see you all. Take care.
Bye.